all over the world whose talent is the only thing that you're transacting with. That is something that we don't have, where a young actor is hungry for work and doesn't know where to find that work. Or a young filmmaker is desperate for a good actor and he finds that hungry young actor. Or something that I come up against. I can write a film, I can direct a film, I can shoot a film, I can edit a film. I can't do the music for a film. I just don't have that musical gene. It went to another part of the family. And, I just didn't get it. Luckily, he got it. But what I mean to say is I need a composer. And I need someone good. And I need someone fast. And I don't know where to find him. And sure, I could ask my friends around me, but that's a whole bunch of phone calls, and this one's busy, and that one's busy, and this one's in Andheri, and that one's in Jogeshwari, and that one's in Borivali, and next thing I know, I spend my whole week in a car meeting people to tell me that they're not available. And Media Konnect bridges that gap, very much like what we saw on the video, where with a couple clicks of the button, I'm interfacing with people whose work I like, people whose work interests me, and we're talking right away about how we can collaborate in terms of time, in terms of money, in terms of creativity. And one of the things that creative people struggle with, and this is actually something that Orson Welles, the great American filmmaker who made the film Citizen Kane, which is arguably the best film in the world, a little dated, I agree, but still. Orson Welles often said that he spent 95% of his time chasing money, chasing producers, and only 5% of his time making his films. And, well, thank goodness he spent 5% of his time doing that, because there's some really good movies. But imagine if he didn't have to spend the other 95% of the time running around the world trying to find the people to work with him, and what he could have produced further still. And luckily for those of us in this room today, and all of us in the world of creation content today, we live in a world where the telephone and the airplane, travel and mail are antiquated systems. And we can actually reach out across each other in the form of email, messages, connection, in a matter of seconds. And Media Konnect is just an amazing platform because it moves around even the many other platforms we have, and it puts it all in one place where we can actually find each other and work together. And I think that's extremely exciting. And like Ranjit very rightly said, I think that the people who are going to be really excited about this are entrant level people, because here is where we are going to have access to each other. And in our industry, talent and hard work are two things that many people have, but they might not have the connections, they might not have the know-how, or they might not have the interest in playing the various political or business games that it takes to become a known commodity. But does that mean that their talent and their creativity is any less valuable? Of course not. And Media Konnect helps people like us bring that to the forefront. And I'm very excited about that because, well, I get to meet new, cool, creative people, and who doesn't want to do that? So on that note, I would like to thank Ranjit and everybody for being here today. I will now move on so that someone else can talk. So thank you very much for listening to me.